Our next storyteller coming to the stage is Melissa Bales. She's the CEO of Embolden events and upcoming author of Victim to Badass Entrepreneur. She's dedicated to excellence and empowering people to find their voice, live healthier lives, and build confidence to conquer any obstacle. Whether rescuing Hurricane Maria survivors or coaching athletes to accomplish their lofty goals, Melissa will inspire you. Welcome to the stage, our next storyteller, Melissa Bales!
Hey everybody. Hi. My name is Melissa Bales, and I am a public speaker! I know you're thinking, yes girl, we know. That's why you're on stage. And that's true. So I'm here to tell you a story about how I got here. Because the Melissa that you see before you is not the Melissa that always was. About 2 years ago, I was in a personal development program. It was actually a communication program. And in this program, I had the opportunity of making phone calls to other participants and welcoming them to their course. You know, the fun calls like, bring the snack in case you get hungry, or a jacket in case it's hot and cold, get off and on. These are my favorite phone calls. Until this one call. Have you ever been on a call where it just went on and on and on and on and on and on? Yes, well that was this call for me. And it was a great call. I was coaching a person. However, I was on a time crunch to make multiple calls. And I'm stuck on this call. And my coach is right there, like 10 feet away from me. And I'm trying to complete the call, and I'm giving her those eyes, and she's not seeing me. You know, those party eyes, when you're stuck talking to somebody, and you're looking for your friend? She didn't see me. All right, Melissa, you got this. You can complete the call, and then get coaching after. So I did. Eventually, hung up the phone. Not on him, by the way. So I went over to my coach and I told her what happened, and she said, "You know what happened, Melissa, what you were doing?" I said, "No. What was I doing?" And she said, "You were withholding communication." Yes, I was withholding communication, which was that I had things that I wanted to say to this gentleman to complete the conversation that would leave him feeling like I was listening to him, that he was empowered for his upcoming course, and that I cared about what he had to say. But I wanted to get it right. I didn't want to upset him, and I wasn't sure how to deliver the message. So I didn't say the things that I wanted to say, I just listened. And inside, I was like on this sidewalk too, so I'm getting anxious and anxious. So as I'm speaking with my coach, and she's informing me that I'm withholding, all of a sudden it was like, poof, in my head. It got hot and tingly up here. And I was like, oh my gosh, coach, this is so serious that I'm having a physical reaction right now. And so then she asks me, well, where else in your life does this happen? And when did this start? So I took a look. And I remember the time. And as I started thinking about it, all of a sudden, my vision, it's like tunnel vision, it's going. I'm like, oh my God. And my hearing, you know, that earmuff sound of nothing going. So I said, oh my God, this is so serious that it's physically impacting my life. And there's a conversation that I was meant to have from 27 years ago that I promised a year and a half that I would have, and I've been avoiding. So I got on the phone, I had the conversation with this woman, and in that conversation, what happened was the 27 years prior, I was assaulted. I told her what happened, and she said that she didn't believe me. So in that moment, I decided, well, why would I say anything to people, because they're not going to believe what I have to say. So that shifted how I communicated with people. I stopped speaking up. And I knew that in this new conversation, the 27 years later, that I had the chance to change my trajectory for my life. And I will be heard. She said the same thing. It didn't go any better in this conversation. So, since this conversation, I have been taking it head on. And in another course, which you heard about yesterday, I was introduced to Christoph and had the opportunity to learn about the Ultimate Speaker Competition. So I knew right then that this is where I was meant to be, to take on and lean into the very thing that has been confronting me and stopping me in my life, being in communication. So yes, you see a speaker here today, a very different speaker than you would have seen 2 years ago. In addition, I am writing a book. Woo! Thank you. And the book that I am writing is so that you own your story and that your voices are heard. And it is called From Victim to Badass Entrepreneur. And I hope that everybody else's voice is heard from here on. Thank you. My name is Melissa Bales.